Yo, what's going on, man? This is Jersey Drake, and right now you tune in to Thisis50.com, man. You know what it is, yeah?
We've been following your career, man, ever since the mixtape days. So how have you evolved from an artist since so far gone to right now?
Well, I think I understand, like, just a little bit more about, obviously, I mean, I understand a lot more about the business, but also just the purpose with which I create music. There's just different elements to create for now, like, for example, like I'm thinking about performing a record when I'm making it. You know, I'm thinking about hearing it back on the radio a bunch of times when I'm making it, and what it takes to catch the attention of a listener on the radio. It's just different, like now with the success, and now that the world has heard my voice and wants to hear more of it, I create music now with a bit more of a purpose. And not to say that it's any less organic than it used to be. I just think a little more as far as my creative process.
Okay, man. So coming from Toronto, did you ever think that you would have this big of a mainstream success?
I know I prayed for it. I hoped. It was a bit far-fetched at the time. I mean, the only people that we had prior to that was like, Maestro, Cardinal. We had people, but never that reached the levels that I saw for myself in my head. So, Toronto was always sort of it was like one of those things I was like, man, I don't know if they'll let somebody from Toronto into the game like that, but, nevertheless, it happened, man, and I'm happy they did.
Thisis50.com.
So at what point inside of your career did you realize, man, hey, I'm a superstar. Everybody knows me. I'm really doing some famous stuff right now. What point did you realize that was your life?
I think it was gradual. I don't think it was like, one specific day or anything. I think it was just like, the more I noticed, like, man, I'm taking car services everywhere, and damn, I got a security guard. Okay, no, now I got 2 security guards, and I got my own tour bus, and I'm not opening up anymore. I'm headlining on this tour, and it kept growing and growing, and it's still growing right now, every day. I mean, every day seems like something new to me. All I do is take it a day at a time, man, and try and deal with every situation individually as best I can, and just grow through every situation that they put me in.
Okay, headlining and opening and whatnot. So you did like a full show when you were opening. What would you say is the difference right now between you headlining and opening up? Because I know you've headlined a lot of shows since the old days.
Yeah. I mean, opening was just, I opened not too long ago. I mean, I opened for Jay-Z in London. Opening is always an interesting place to go back to, and on a lot of the radio shows, like, I don't always headline, but I just make the most of whatever slot they give me, man. I'm really blessed to be on the stage at all, so I don't trip off of like at what point I do on the show. I mean, I know that I make music for the people, and I know chances are there's some people that showed up to hear my music. So I just, I try and do it for those people, and for the people that aren't there to see me, I try and gain new fans. If you can come away, like, my manager always says, like, if you can open up for somebody, and you may not get the crazy reaction that you're used to, like, but if you can walk away from it with 1 or 2 or 5 or 8 or 10 or 100 new fans, like, that's it, man. You can't ask for anything else. That's however many people that didn't know you before, that are now going to be paying attention to you. So it's just 2 different worlds. One is you want the energy headlining and you want, performing in like a major market like New York or Atlanta. You want that energy to hear them scream, and that's how you gauge a successful show. And then the other thing would be like, if you're overseas, or let's say you're somewhere where you don't usually go, they may not give you that reaction. So you just got to look at it a different way.
Okay. And so let me ask you, how big of a role do you think Lil Wayne has played in your career?
Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Lil Wayne is the reason I'm here. He gave me the opportunity to platform and let me join a team that now pretty much runs rap music. So Lil Wayne is definitely the key to my success at this point.
He's released November 4th. So what are you looking forward most to his release?
What am I looking forward to? Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to the fact that, I just want to see him on the outside, free to do whatever he wants. I mean, when someone you love
Thisis50.com
and respect has been put in a situation like that, you just want to see them happy. And aside from that, I mean, the thing that I'm most looking forward to when he gets out of the getting back in the studio and making music.
Okay. Now you work with some of the biggest names in hip hop: Jay-Z, Eminem, Kanye West. Is there anybody that you haven't worked with that you would love to work with?
Yeah, I would love to. I would really love to work with Beyonce. That's something I'm looking forward to. I hope that happens soon. I'd love to work with MGMT. I haven't worked with them yet, but I'd love to, do some work with them. And Andre 3000 still get on the song with him.
You on a song with him, the Deuces remix.
Yeah, I mean that's not my song. I wouldn't like doing it on here.
So what's something about Drake that your fans would be surprised to know and wouldn't expect that you do, and as a hobby, or just about you in general?
I DJ. That's my new hobby.
Really?
I DJ, man. I've been DJing all up. We've been throwing we're on tour right now, so we'll throw little private after parties, and I'll DJ the party. The other night I didn't DJ that well, but I've had some good nights though.
What's one thing in the music industry that you could do without?
Man, what's one thing in the music industry I could do without? I mean, it's all encompassing. That's the problem. Is it's like I could tell you, man, I could do without the hate and without the jealousy, but sometimes people hating on you, people being jealous, you makes for great music. So, I mean, I could do without the women with motives.
Wow.
I wish they did.
All right, there's been a lot of big name crews come in the game, like The Firm, Wu-Tang Clan, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, G-Unit. How would you compare Young Money's rise to fame to those prior to them?
I think that's yet to be seen. I mean, I think Young Money's doing great right now, but I think the key to the names you just mentioned was, longevity. Like you talk about Rockefellers, the Bad Boys, the Wu-Tangs, their run was long. I think the cool thing about Young Money is that we're not really a group. We're not necessarily like a group. We all thrive individually, and I think that's gonna have an effect on how long we last. I think we'll be able to last longer because we all do separate things individually. It's not like anyone has to conform to what someone else does because we're in a group. So I think that, being individuals but being on a team plays to our benefit.
So let's get into your deal with Kodak. How did that come about, and what does it mean to be so Kodak?
Well, it came about, Kodak is launching their new Easy Share digital cameras. They, I guess, wanted some young faces to represent the brand, and I happened to be one of them, along with Trey Songz, along with Pitbull, and the lovely Rihanna. And to be so Kodak is just, it's about having moments that are worth remembering and worth sharing, man. And right now, that's what our lives are comprised of. So we happen to be the individuals putting that forth.
What's next for Drake, and what can we expect from months to come? Like the mixtape. Talk about the mixtape. Your single.
Yeah, I got a mixtape called "It's Never Enough." I released track off of that mixtape yesterday. It's really just for the people.
Thisis50.com.
Just for the people to get them through those cold winter months, get them through the holidays, and then you can expect an album from me. You can expect a single sometime early mid next year, and then album around the same time as my last one came out. So I'm very excited about it. I got a working title, and I got a sound that I'm really excited about.
Cool. Do you have any movies coming up, man? Because I know you had the acting bug with the Wheelchair Jimmy. Will we see you on the big screen?
I'm reading for some movies right now, just screen testing and auditioning. So hopefully I'll find the right role for me, and you'll see them.
All right, you got any final words for us? Any shout outs? Anything that you want the fans to know, Drake?
Man, just shout out to everybody showing love, enjoying life, man. I appreciate it, and I just hope you keep listening because I'm still growing. I still got more to give. So, to all my fans and everybody, Thisis50.com. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to 50 too, for real.
Just like you, I get lonely too.